Good morning, guys. So, anyone that knows me consistently, without fail, Saturday mornings belong to the kids. It's non-negotiable. It could be $1 million deal. Makes no difference. So today I'm going to talk about a couple of stuff. I did a video on my Instagram. If you guys want to watch that, I was here this morning with my daughter. Just really kind of talking about the factor of showing up early and making sure you have a winning mindset for excellence. I'm installing in my kids values whereby sometimes we get concerned and caught up with life and business and stuff and not understanding that our kids are also a part of our investment. You have to spend the time to invest and nurture and grow them. So let me start with just saying that as a kid, I already planned for my kids. My whole thought process as a teenager was that I want to make preparation, that when I become a husband and a father, made preparations for them. So I bought houses for my kids before they were even born. Second thing is not just financially as a parent, being present in their life. So for me, my whole life, or one of my very important things to be was that being present, meaning that I take joy in picking them up in the evening from school. So even though we're Zooming, they go to a different place to do their Zoom class, their activities, keeping themselves active and safe. And I take pride in dropping off to school, picking them up, do these activities because it keeps me grounded and centered in regards to where I am in my life, what my purpose is. So today I'm going to talk about growing. Is your business forcing you to grow? This doesn't just apply to real estate, this applies to anyone as an entrepreneur. So my key thing is dealing with the mindset. So if you get the mindset right, then the mindset, what's in your heart, what's in your soul, then the rest is easier about execution. So when my son started, he was kicking and screaming. This is him now. Kicking and screaming, Daddy, wanted me in the water. I don't know, my daughter, she just got on with it, but he was kicking and screaming. And to see him do what we're just seeing right now, that was impossible because he was just concerned about the elements of life, of the unknown. What if I'm gonna drown, Daddy? What if this happens? What if that happens? And that's what business is like. You know, there's a lot of fear involved, getting up and being an entrepreneur and kind of thinking about how you're gonna make a change, how you're gonna go about it. But what I explain to people is that consistency and training. And once you're consistent, you don't need to compete with anyone else because you're consistently changing and developing yourself and trying to be the best version of yourself. So that's the reason why you never have to compete. You have to journal. You have to be not just writing, but writing with intention, planning forward. So anyone that works with my team, I have what's called a day plan. But that day plan goes out towards 12 months, 24 months. It's your way of tracking through how you're allocating your time, not just for now, but prioritizing what is priority to you. So for me, if it's not a income generating or abundance generating or a soulful generating experience in my calendar, it doesn't get into my life. Planning your hours and seconds and days with intention, that changed my life completely. Because we only got X amount of hours and seconds left on this earth. So mindsets in regards to vision and planning out your plan. You don't need to share your plan with anyone else. Get your pen and paper and your notepad and start mapping out, penciling out your plan. So if anyone asks you why, and you're not obligated to answer why, because a lot of people think they're obligated to provide answers, you are an entrepreneur. But what you do, you chop up and you dissect whatever plan you have. So what you're consistently doing is basically attacking your plan. You're the best master attacking your plan, saying, why doesn't it work? What if this is, you explore it from every angle. And when you don't know, you get to a space which I've been expressing to people for many years. I call it muddling. And muddling is that kind of gray area where you're not sure. You think so, you're not sure, and you muddle. And it's okay as an entrepreneur to muddle, M-U-D-D-L-E, because what happens is that within you exploring the accuracy of whether what the solution is, you find that life has a way of pulling itself together as long as you're intentional and you're thinking about exactly what needs to be done. But you don't want to muddle too long, that turns into procrastination. So as you're muddling and figuring out what the next stage in your solution is, because life is about solving problems as an entrepreneur and building relationships. And if you just really kind of step back from the situation, you'll create a solution. So I'm just using this as an illustration where my son, he wouldn't go near water. Consistency every week. My wife doesn't like it anymore, but I used to make them walk in the snow, in the rain, whatever. It's a mindset thing. I'm concerned about our kids now because our kids have too much. Like, my kid has 3 tablets, laptops, TV. When I was a kid, I was just gifted if I had a Nintendo. That was just like I was a privilege. And I'm concerned that sometimes they have too much, that they're gonna grow up feeling entitled. So that's why I make them walk to swimming. Yeah, we could drive, Daddy could drive you, but we walk. Today we're driving. So they walk in the snow, they walk in the rain. I try when I can, let them take public transportation. Tell them what life is really about, because Daddy's not gonna be here forever. So what I try and do is just really teach them how to function, teaching them common sense, because common sense isn't something that just happens every day. Teach them how to do the basic, being self-sufficient. Teaching them how to be self-sufficient, not to be entitled. Having a mindset that understanding 90% of the time the world may tell you no, but you keep on pushing. So my parents didn't spoon-feed me, they just worked, and they told me that listen, by the time you're 80, you need to get out of our house. So by the age of 10, by the age of 10, I had my money saved up. I meet people now that tell me they used to work for me when I was a kid, where like I ran any type of business I could as a youngster, paper round, lemonade, sell candy, all of it. And like when I meet them now and they tell me that, it's crazy. I don't remember all of it, but I just remembered that as a kid, you don't need to buy me stuff, just give me the money. Give me the money, I'm gonna save the money, because I used to love the bank. I like to go to the bank and bank my money. And that's the principles I learned as an adult, as a child, that you have to save for your future and make preparation. So I'm gonna jump off the line now, guys, but that was just an insight. Take a look at my video on Instagram that I did today. Talked about a lot of different subjects. And Daddy will be there in a minute. But the key thing that I want to express is that being a parent is probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. It's grounded me, centered me, getting married to my beautiful wife. And you gotta make sure you marry the right person. I'll tell you a story about not marrying the right person another day. But success isn't about just money and real estate and business. It's about the quality of life that you can give your family in a safe environment and being a provider. Those things are still important. So I'll speak to you soon. You ready to take a shower? All right, let's get your shower gel. Where's your bag?
Huh?
Where's your bag?
It's there.
Well, go and get your shower gel, my friend. I'm not doing it for you. Yeah, so I'm one of those daddies that I don't spoil my kids. I love them, but I don't spoon feed them as well. They have to figure it out. So how are you doing, Rodney? Just doing my second video. I'm out here with my son today. It's in the morning. I was with my daughter. I think it's important for them to know who their parents are. So this is my one-to-one with my son. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say good morning.
No.
No?
No. What are you doing?
What am I doing? Okay.
Fine.
All right. So this is young Abraham. You say hello.
Hello.
All right. You gonna be a landlord when you grow up?
Nope.
You're not gonna be a landlord?
No.
So what are you gonna do when you grow up?
Real police.
You're gonna be a police officer?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so like I said, go and get your shower gel. Go and take a shower.
I don't want to take a shower.
You're going to take a shower.
No.
Yeah, so that's what I do in the mornings on a Saturday. Non-negotiable. It could be $1 million deal. I don't care. I'm not coming. It's my family comes first. And I know that causes a lot of problems with people, but it's about getting your priorities right. And I think it's very important, especially with kids. You have to give them stability, give them focus. No, you're not doing that. Pass your towel, Abraham. Give them stability. You've got to teach them about life and what's happening right about now. And you've got to teach them to think independently. My biggest problem at the moment is with my TV. The stuff that they watch on their TV and tablets, that's really what my biggest challenge is at the moment. So I've been going old school. I've been buying them like Monopoly games and the stuff that we used to play with as a kid. Card games, dominoes, stuff like that that forces them to interact and communicate. Because this electronic stuff, it's a good tool, but it can be dangerous sometimes. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting back to basics and just getting back to basics with these kids. You know? A lot of them have a sense of entitlement, and Daddy cuts that out. I tell them when I die, there's no money for you, my friend. Daddy's not giving you no money. Anything that you're supposed to get, you'll get when I'm alive. So if you mess up, my friend, I get to take it back and donate it to charity or the church or so cats or dogs or something like that. So I don't make my kids think they're going to get nothing. I don't need nothing from my parents. So they should have that mindset. What I will do is probably make sure within my will I have something for my grandkids. But even with my grandkids, you just don't get stuff for free. You know, that sense of entitlement has to be cut out. It causes a lot of danger sometimes. So there's a big, come this way, Abraham. There's a big level of accountability when you're giving stuff, when you're donating stuff. You have a responsibility to make sure that you're donating it in the right way, or you're blessing someone in the right way, or the seed. I'm not saying controlling your seed, but I'm saying that How are you going to give money to someone that you haven't taught them how to turn around? You haven't taught them how to manage money. How are you going to leave them real estate when you haven't taught them how to be a landlord? That's what happens in our community while we have all these distress situations. So the grandparents work all their life, build up all this kind of equity and business for these grandkids to come along and just sell everything and squander everything within 1 year. That's not the kids' fault, that's the grandparents' fault. Grandparents didn't teach them how to make money. The grandparents didn't teach them about the taxes that's going to hit them. Turn around again. The taxes that are going to hit them once they buy that property. Grandparents didn't teach them what is it like to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do this business. You're letting the kids just get the luxury of the business, but you're not telling them how the real work around it to build a business. So that's what's happening to me on a frequent basis. That's why I don't complain and tell people it's other people's mistakes. It's about our knowledge and education sometimes. So I'm going to leave you with that. Take care. Have a blessed and productive weekend. Speak to you soon.